add one more thing to the video that I just made about cutting energetic ties with your ex karmic partner, right? So completely releasing this person, because I feel there's as well a lot of misconception about cutting ties, cutting cords, those energetic links between you and the other person that are being created between souls or on a physical level. So first we need to say and understand that on a very generic level, simplifying, there are two types of those cords, right? One type is between true soul connections, right? So that's going to be either your soulmate or your twin soul, your twin flame, your divine counterpart. So between those people, between those souls, there are always energetical ties, cords, right? For twin flames, we call them red threads. For soulmates, sometimes we call them golden threads. They exist between us because we love each other, because we're connected through realms, through lifetimes, through experiences, through timelines, right? Because we live through lifetimes and timelines together. Energetically, when we're back to the spiritual realm, when we're stardust, we love each other. We're always together, right? Thus, those ties. But then there's another category, ties that link us to people that are part of our journey because we have karma with them, because we learn lessons from them, because we have soul contract, we agreed to learn something from them. And again, I always say that those cords are created on two levels. One is level of a soul, and the other is the physical level, that you simply need to be with another person around them to create that energetical connection, right? So when you break up in a physical with your karmic partner, right? And you want to sever that tie, you want to cut that cord. I don't care what anyone says. Do not believe any spiritual teacher, my personal truth, my universal truth, that tells you that you can sever that connection simply by going to a spiritual teacher, shaman, court practitioner, soul tie expert, whatever they call themselves, on a session. On your level, okay? On your level, the only way to sever that connection with your karmic partner is by closing a contract with them. And the only way to close that contract is to fulfill it by learning your lesson. So whatever you agreed with that karmic soul, that karmic connection, that you will meet each other and you will spend months, years, or whatever in each other's lives to learn mutually and teach mutually each other something, as long as you learn that, as long as you understand the lesson, take accountability, learn, grow, heal, and let go, that tie is going to be there. And I don't care what anyone says. My universal truth. What that ceremony can do, right? If there is, again, if you ever want to do this, be very careful. I would only trust one person in my life to do this, my shaman. So make sure you have someone who is beautiful, amazing, being of light, amazing shaman, spiritual teacher, someone you trust that has experience with that ceremony. But the only thing that they can really do in a karmic connection is to cut that from the sort of a protection level, right? So that karma, that energetic cord is formed between two people. What we manage is our level only, right? Our level only and solely, right? So, for example, when people often ask me, right, because I always also talk about releasing karma with a specific person, and I say that the only way to release karma is to forgive them, no matter what they've done to you, to release karma with that person and never have to repay that and repeat that cycle in another lifetime, you have to forgive this person. No matter what they've done to you, no matter how much they've hurt you, understand that it's not your fault, it's not my fault, it's no one's fault. We've chose this for the two of us to grow, for the two of us to live certain experiences, for the two of us to be able to evolve as humans and as souls, right? I understand, I forgive you. With gratitude, I release you. It may mean I don't want to have anything to do with you, but I release you. And I've mentioned this in my previous video. But that is something that every individual has to do on their own sort of a level, on their own side. So often people ask me, okay, but I've done this. I've learned my lesson. I understand. I've released my karmic partner. But what if they don't do it? What if they haven't released me? Does the karma continue? No. You only have to worry about you. You only have to worry about your part of the contract. You have fulfilled your part of the contract. You went through that traumatic, abusive, abruptive, whatever it was, relationship with them. You've learned your lesson. You've healed. You've grown. And you've released them. You've forgiven them. Your side of the contract is closed, right? And only in those cases, those ceremonies of cutting cords can help you. Because that person that performs that ceremony energetically can sort of shield you, try to cut those cords from the level of this person, because that other person may actually be reluctant to learn the lesson. They might be a younger soul. They might struggle. It might take them many more years. So you're already okay. You're already fine. You've let go. You don't think about this person. You're not tied to them when it comes to longing, when it comes to negative emotions. Again, what I've mentioned in my previous video. But you may notice that they're still around. They're still trying to like call you. They're trying to text you. They really, that bit of that stalker kind of energy, right? It's like you're really saying no. You're really sending them off with love and light, with gratitude, but they just won't seem to go away. And it's not affecting you on a deep level because you've learned your lesson. So whatever emotion they will cause, within 5 or 15 minutes, you'll be able to let that go. But it can be really annoying, right? So at that moment, you can feel, I really want to release this person. And sometimes it comes with a feeling, I want to help this person. I want to help them to let me go. I want to help them to truly just make them stop obsessing and thinking about me so they can start healing, so they can start processing their own lessons. And only then, perhaps, that cord cutting thing will work, right? Long time ago, I've done a video how you can try to just energetically sort of pray to the universe through candle magic, through working with fire, to do that yourself. If it's very intense, again, that kind of a stalker energy, you may need a help of spiritual practitioner, of a shaman, and someone who works with energies and with cords and with soul ties. But remember, because I feel like people hear those information about those soul tie, and they're like, oh, okay, I cannot stop thinking about my ex. I'm going to cut the cord. It's not going to work. It's not going to help you. The only way to sever that connection is to learn your lesson. When someone is your true soul tie, your soulmate, your twin soul, you cannot sever that, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, it's a different sort of a process, right? With a soulmate, I don't think you would ever want to, because if someone is truly your soulmate, you will always feel peace in your heart when you think about them. And I covered that as well in my previous video, so I don't want to repeat myself. With your twin, again, you cannot do this. Your only option, that's the magic of this connection with your twin flame, your only option is to push, to grow, to heal, to cry, to scream, to release, to rebuild pieces of your broken soul that has been traumatized through this lifetime and all the others, and deep, to heal to your very core. But you cannot sever that. You can only do that with karmic, and you can only do it truly by learning your lesson.